Browns' run defense has been the best in the NFL through 2 weeks, averaging just 2 yards a carry allowed, giving up a total of 91 yards. Jim Schwartz asked about the improvement of that defensive line and the interior. Pointed out that the Browns were 0-2 before this.
Like, I don't want to gloss over how hard it is to stop Derrick Henry, right? I mean, the week before when he rushed for 170 with gashes all over the place, and Buffalo knew he was wearing 22. It wasn't like they weren't trying to stop him. It's hard to do, and our defensive tackles and our defensive ends have been played very physical. Devin Bush is playing at a high level. The Rook's playing at a high level in there, and our run defense has been solid so far. It has to be in this game too. It's a different kind of challenge with Jacobs as opposed to Derrick Henry, but both offenses rely on the run to set up their play actions and things like that, and we'll need all those guys up front to accomplish that.
And again, G. Bush doesn't get easier. Josh Jacobs is the running back for the Packers, and he's good. Not quite as good as Derrick Henry, but the Browns' defensive line and the front seven has played well.
Yeah, listen, they presented a little bit of a different way they go about it. Matt LaFleur uses a lot of different formations and variable formations to run the football. Josh Jacobs is a different body type, still a tough runner, more of a bowling ball type guy that can keep his pads low. But they really want to run the ball as well. The difference between those two guys is Derrick Henry is just, you can't let him get it going. Like, you can't let him get downhill. And the Browns always seem to do a good job under Jim Schwartz of getting him and cutting him down before he can actually get that head of steam. But, there's a different type of game plan this week for the Packers, who, by the way, Packers are a NFC championship type team. They think that they have a Super Bowl caliber team. It's hard to argue with the results. A couple of first weeks, the Lions and the Washington Commanders, they won those games convincingly, put up a bunch of points. They have a pass rush duo as well as Rashawn Garrett and Micah Parsons. But when you talk about the offensive side of the football, they got a bunch of receivers, none of them a big name like T. Higgins or Jamar Chase. But they got some guys that have different varying skill sets, man. Matt Golden's going to get some opportunities this week with the injury at the receiving core. He's a guy that is very fast. He actually a really good route runner. I watched him a lot at Texas. They have everything that you need. They got guys that can run deep. They got guys that can run routes. They can route you up. They can catch the football. And then Jordan Love, I like Jordan Love and what he presents to the table. I think he's going to have a breakout year so far. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, over 400 yards. So for me, I think that the Browns are a team that can stop the run. I know that they can stop the run. I love the fact that he mentioned Devin Bush, because I think Devin Bush is actually playing at a really high level right now. He's playing faster and freer than I've ever seen him play. He has it when he was in Seattle and against the Pittsburgh Steelers, didn't do a good job of stopping a run. But this year, he's been, doing his thing. Him and Carson Schwarzenegger are playing really well. I think they can stop the run. The key is getting them to third down, manageable downs where it's specific. We know you're going to throw the ball, and then that's where Cleveland Browns had the advantage with, Denzel Ward, with Myles Garrett coming off the edge. And I'll say this as well, Greg Newsome, 2 good weeks back-to-back. So it's imperative they stop the run. If they can do that, the Browns have a puncher's chance to win this football game.